Set at Quarraballong in the Hunter Valley, Dunroman is a small-scale free-range egg farm. Owner Garth Short was new to the poultry industry when he started the 600-bird operation on 15 acres of his property 2 years ago.
There's been lots of challenges to get this business up and running. When we first started, I realised I didn't know enough about what I was getting into, and I had to try and find some information or some people that could assist me to get going. There was an advertisement from the local land services about a workshop for pest control, and one of the things that we were having problems from day one was fox attack. So I registered to go along to that workshop, and it was one of the best things we've done.
The workshop became a turning point for Garth, putting him in direct contact with local land services officers.
So after first meeting Garth, he invited local land services to come out and have a look at his property to discuss property management and in particular control of foxes. Talking to Garth and other producers, there was a real need of support.
Trying to find relevant information with regards to the type of free-range farming we're doing, it becomes overwhelming. There is so much information for the large producers, but that's not always relevant, those practices, to what we're trying to do. We made a lot of mistakes, some of them costly, by trying to make a system that works in one area, but trying to implement that into our area.
So after talking to a few producers, they were really keen to get together and form a group. This group will have support from local land services and also New South Wales DPI. And the idea behind it is to trade ideas and learn from one another along the way.
A persistent problem Garth faced at Dunroman was foxes attacking his flock. Local land services advised him on pest control measures.
With the pest control on the farm, it's the critical area of our business. I did a course with the LLS which allowed me to do 1080 baiting. In that 12 months we've baited 118 foxes. We've put a specialised fencing around our chicken areas. The design was in conjunction with the guys from the LLS, and we've now gone for the third step, is we've bought Maremma sheepdogs. Each step is critical for the free-range birds to be successful. Through my local land services, they put me in touch with the Department of Primary Industries poultry officer, and they were really helpful talking to me about the mistakes I was making, but they also asked questions that made me think about things I hadn't even thought of. Important things like the biodiversity of the farm or the biosecurity of the farm.
There are new biosecurity regulations in the pipeline. It's really important that landholders get clear and up-to-date advice. An example of how we're assisting is providing farm gate biosecurity signs to small free-range producers.
Among other things, Garth is now paying attention to the health of his land.
It's important for Garth to run a sustainable business. He wants to look after his natural resources. Ways he's doing this is by having a rotational hen house. This helps with maintaining good ground cover and soil health. Garth regularly will follow up with soil testing and is looking to put trees on the ground to provide shelter and shade to keep his hens happy and more productive.
My family are really excited about the new direction that we've taken. We're now willing to invest in the capital equipment for the farm so that we can make it a sustainable business.
Dunroman recently installed an automated egg sorting machine that processes eggs 10 times faster than the previous manual method.
Our new little egg machine is called Shelley. Prior to Shelley, we were doing it individual weighing and individual candling the egg. So for us to do 3,000 eggs, it would take 2 people 6 hours. With our new machine, the automated process, 2 people can do 5,000 eggs in an hour. We're seeing ways forward by increasing our hen capacity up to 3,000 birds. Without that machine, time constraints would prove that this business is not viable.
With a little bit of support, Garth has going ahead leaps and bounds. It's been really rewarding watching Garth transition since the time I've known him, and it's been really good being able to work out issues and problems together and learning from one another. This is a really great example of how local land services can help the community and how the community can give something back to local land services.
If you are a small-scale free-range egg producer or looking to become one, make contact with your local land services team and get the industry support you need.